Well guys, welcome to Berwick. I promised a bit of a ghost hunt around Berwick. As you can see, it's like 3:30 in the morning, and when I first moved to Berwick, actually almost a year ago now, I was walking on the walls up above. Now the whole of these walls they circle the entire town. Basically the town is in the middle of these walls and the walls surround them. While I was walking up above on top of the walls almost a year ago to this very day, I looked kind of ahead, and there looked to be a woman in black, kind of in Victorian clothes, kind of walking just on ahead. She actually sort of disappeared, and I thought she'd walked around a corner, so I quickly dashed on ahead and she was gone. There's nowhere to be seen. And then out the corner of my eye, she was actually down here on the riverfront. How she got down here so quick within about 5 seconds is beyond me. And she was anyway, I'll take you to the spot where she was. She was actually stood leaning on the, if you can see, that's the edge. She was actually stood right, leaning over. Berwick's beautiful on a night time. The old bridge. And if you can just see behind me there, there's the old town walls. Not very good night vision camera, but that's the old town walls. That's where I was walking. It's a beautiful little quayside. But yeah, she was stood right on the edge of there. Looked like she was going to throw herself in. So of course I hung about, because I thought, well, she might be just a normal woman, you know, eccentric in old clothes. Thought she was going to commit suicide, so I hung about, and she kind of turned and she looked up at me, and it was just the way she seemed to stare right through me. It was awful. It was frightening. It was one of the most frightening things I've ever experienced. You know, and she sort of like seemed to, I mean, I know she had a long dress on, but she seemed to like float. But it was the way she did it. There was no sound, and it was the speed. It was horrendous. As you can see, there's all secret little, well, not secret I suppose, because everybody knows they're there, but there's like all these little tunnels and passageways. Yeah, this is the quayside, like I say. Beautiful place. It's peaceful. But yeah, almost a year ago when I first moved here, and I seen the woman in black. Who knows, she might appear tonight. Rumour has it, and I've read it in one of these ghost books, because after I seen her, I went into the tourist information and there was a ghost book about haunted Berwick, and I read a story about apparently a little boy in Victorian times. Don't ask me when they were, I'm not a historian. My dad will know because he was there, but no, like I say, I read this thing about where a little boy was playing down here and he accidentally tripped and fell in the river, and she tried to rescue him, and a couple of weeks later she was still grief stricken, and apparently she threw herself in, killed herself. But apparently she's been seen on several occasions walking about down here on a night. Like I say, it's a beautiful place. There's the old bridges. Venture into one of these tunnels now. Like I say, it's a beautiful place. It's 3:30 in the morning and it's pretty scary. Well guys, I hope you're enjoying this. Try and make it as interesting as possible for you. I know my camera's a bit naff. Anyway, I'm going to save this one, we'll continue on. I'm going to take you along the riverside of the castle now. There's, I reckon, old soldiers have been seen, probably in the days when England was fighting Scotland and such like.